Welcome back to our 6th edition of SJHL season previews, presented by our good friends at Saskatchewan Construction Safety Association. Today we're going to be joined by head coach and general manager of the Estevan Bruins, Jason Tatarnic. Tarts, thanks for joining us today. How's everything going in Estevan as we approach the regular season?
It's going pretty good. It's busy, but it's that time of year, so it's always going to be busy. So.
Yeah, I know. I saw that you had your camps for the youth recently. How'd that all go? And was it nice to kind of get back on the ice and just be in the rink again?
Yeah, it went really well. It's well attended. We do 2 weeks, and it's been good. And it's an event that the kids here in town look forward to. So it's a great relationship tool between the local players and our players. So it's very beneficial.
In terms of the summer, did you get any time off at all? Did you take any downtime or do any traveling or anything like that?
Yeah, a little bit. We got back to the cabin in northwestern Ontario, which was good, and then I was out in BC for 2 weeks, and I had some good quiet time, some golf time, so it was good. It was a nice little break for me.
Yeah, it's always important to get that downtime because I know in junior hockey there isn't much of an off season, so you get the time while you can. Now, just before we get to the on ice stuff, a voice that we're all fairly familiar with, Marty Martinson, joined the team in the off season. How's he been fitting in so far? How's he been to work with?
He's been great. I think everyone knows how energetic he is, and he's always smiling, always in an upbeat mood. So yeah, it's been a pleasure to have him around, and he's kind of learning how we do things here. It's a little bit more on his plate than he had just with the radio station there. So he's just kind of learning, his role, and he's doing a great job with it. We all know how he does with the play-by-play. So he's a good piece that's been added to our group.
Yeah, and the nice thing about Marty is you'll always hear him coming. You'll always hear him because he's not gonna sneak up on you. Before we look ahead to this season, let's go back to last year quick. A 7th place finish, just behind Weyburn. You guys were battling all the way to the end for playoff positioning. 26, 2-2, about as 500 as you can get. But to what degree last year, maybe internally, did you guys fall a little bit short of your expectations? I know we had some high expectations here with our shows and stuff going into the season. Can you talk about that, and what are you going to take away from last year that you can apply to this season?
Yeah, I think for us at the start of the year, we thought there were some recruits that we were going to land, and it just didn't work out, and so we kept going, and I think our group, especially the returning guys from last year, I think what we learned was how close everything is all year long, and how mistakes can make you pay in a single game in terms of standings, and as you move into playoffs. So I think it was a good lesson for everyone that you have to be at your best all the time to be successful. And I thought in the playoffs, I thought we played well. There's certain times of the games that let us down, and that's the way it goes. And when you're not consistent all year long, it comes back and it kind of bites you. So hopefully we learn that the regular season's very important for that playoff preparation.
Yeah, and you're graduating some big names from last season. Keegan Little comes to mind, Felix Allard, Owen Barrow, Blake Heward, Cam Herdlicka, among others. Let's start with your forward group, though. A few guys are coming back that appear to have a huge opportunity ahead of them. I think of Cade Kennedy. I think of Rain Hodge. Can you tell us who you are expecting back as returners up front, and who you think could take a big step this season?
Yeah, I know the 2 players you mentioned there. Plus, we have Brady Wilson back, and then I think with our forward group, there's plenty of opportunity there for players to do well. But it's a brand new group this year. I think we only have a total of 5 players coming back from last year, so it's wide open for guys to come in and take the ball and go with it. And then for those returners, there's quite a bit of opportunity there for them. So, and I think those players, I think Wilson and Kennedy and Hodge, they can do some things very well on the ice. And as 20-year-olds, sometimes you have more confidence. And I think this year's going to be a good year for all 3 of those guys.
Now, I know over the summer you were able to add quite a few names, from across Canada, really. But are there any names that you are really excited to get a look at in camp? Or let's stick with the forwards here for now. But any names you're really excited to get into camp and who you think might have an impact with the Bruins this season?
Would you be mad if I gave you zero?
No, not at all. Totally understand.
No, I think that the I can't really pick one player to be honest with you. Um, I think our whole group coming in, I'm pretty excited about. They're younger. Um, I think they do possess some speed. I know they're very energetic, but at the same time, it's you don't know until they get on the ice and start playing those games to see what type of impact they're going to have. But that's why I'm not giving any names because I like the whole group, to be honest. Now, is there one player that's going to stand over above the other? I don't think so. I think collectively they'll come at you with some speed, and I don't know how much pure goal scoring we have. Probably have to score by committee this year, but we like them, and I think there's some guys that might have a great year as a rookie. We'll just have to see who that is.
Yeah, now looking at your blue line again last season, Felix Allard, Blake Heward, those guys, you leaned on them for some big minutes throughout the season. But you have a few guys coming back that I think could take a big step. I think of Owen Simmons, I think of Kalen Whittingham. What can you tell us about the returning group on the blue line?
Yeah, you mentioned those two guys are the only guys returning back, and we like both those guys. And Whittingham's been with us for 3 years, and he blocks shots, he plays hard, he's going to give you that effort every night. Um, so we're excited to have him back. And then Owen Simmons, he keeps things pretty simple. He does some things really well. He's kind of a quiet player out there. But he's pretty effective. And so with those two guys returning, we're pretty happy to add a defenseman, Michael Carter's pedigree to our group, another 20-year-old that played in Lloydminster last year. So, we really like those three guys. And you have Jag Taylor coming in that could have played for us last year. And, I think our decor is going to be, might be surprising. I think we have some size back there. And I think we have some young guys that are going to contribute, and along with those 3 20-year-olds.
So the biggest change I think for you guys this year is going to be your goalie group. I mean, it's a completely new look goalie group this year. Cam Herdlicka graduating, Jackson Miller moved in the offseason. Can you tell us anything about the goalies who are coming in, and who do you think might be battling for that starter's role this year?
Yeah, they're Liam Hallett's come in from Langley in the BCHL, and Benny Pohill was at Saha last year in the prep league, and they're both good goalies. One's a 19-year-old, one's an 18-year-old, and they're both big. They bring size, and I think Benny has quite a bit of upside, and I think those two are going to have a great battle in the nets. And I think they're going to be able to push each other, and I think it's going to be healthy. And yeah, we're excited to see both those guys in the net because they are pretty big.
Yeah, that's going to be fun to see. Off the ice, I know the city of Estevan is perennially a very supportive community for the team. How's the business side of things looking? Because there's always two sides to junior hockey. There's the on-ice stuff and there's all the off-ice stuff. How's the business side of the Bruins looking right now?
Yeah, yeah, our sponsorship's been great. We have some new sponsors, and we have a announcement coming out here in the near future regarding sponsorship, and which is exciting news for us. And we can't at all about the support we get in terms of sponsorship, plus our season ticket holders, plus our attendance. We led the league in attendance last year, and we look forward to doing it again. And it's been unbelievable the support that we get here. So and we remind the players about that every day. That they expect you to work hard. If you give a good effort, fans will come and watch.
Absolutely. Finally, outside of a championship, because I know that's the obvious answer here, what are some goals or targets that you guys are aiming for on the ice with the Bruins this season?
Yeah, we're a younger team this year, so our big thing is getting into our process and following the process and sticking with it. And we want to build a real good team on the ice and in the dressing room. And we're going to start there. We're going to put some building blocks into our season, and we're just going to try and achieve those as we go.
Perfect. Well, Jason, thank you for your time. I know you're in preseason mode, so I'm going to let you get back to work, but appreciate the chat today, and we'll chat with you again once the season gets underway.
Yeah, I think that was Cody Mapes calling me for a trade, so I better get back to him.
Hey, we'll let you get back to the phone calls. I know the phone lines are going to be burning up. So, Tarts, we'll chat with you again soon.
Talk to you later. Bye.
All right.